Welcome to LIFITV, where we've just come out of day 3. Who picks up the tab for a hospitable city? Here at the Leeds International Festival of Ideas, and I'm joined now by Andrew Cooper, the Chief Executive of LeedsBID, to Joe Reeve and to Zoe Hands, who are also on the panel this afternoon. So you've just come out from a chat with Peg Alexander, who hosted the event. Are we feeling optimistic about hospitality and tourism in Leeds and
yes.
Wider? Yes, good.
Absolutely. Because there were so many youngsters from the hospitality courses at Leeds Beckett attended, and I think they were inspired and were asking really good, sensible questions about the industry and the future for them. And obviously Fred being here as well was able to give them inspiration. So I felt it wasn't all doom and gloom, although we did touch on some of the economics and some of that. But no, very, very, very positive, I felt.
I think it's good to have a panel on this subject because, you know, we've got a lot of hospitality students in Leeds. And it is a massive industry. It brings a lot of revenue into the economy. And so just having it as a topic is amazing and exciting. And, you know, getting people excited about working in hospitality is brilliant. And it's something that we don't do enough of, I think. I think we should shout about the industry more, which is, you know, makes me feel really good that we've managed to connect with so many of the students as well. It's brilliant. And
Joe, you mentioned, I think it was you that mentioned that people are not giving up on tourism generally. You know, they still want to go and visit places. You know, for us, it's great that they would want to come and visit Leeds, but they want to eat in places. And so it's not like the industry as a whole is sort of under threat, but clearly there's a lot of tumult within it at the moment.
Yeah, there's challenges and things to be aware of, but the demand for travel and the demand for experiences is ever changing. And at the moment, I think in the world that we live in, particularly for young people, we had a lot of young people in the audience. We know that there's digitalization and what's real, what isn't real. The importance of real experience and interaction and connection has never been as important as it is now, and I think that will continue to happen. And I think travel and hospitality plays a big part in bringing people together. So really good to see people turn up and engage with the subject today.
Yeah, and I know I've had conversations in the past, not just with you, Andrew, but about the changing face of the high street and people shopping online and what the high street means now. And quite often it means experiences. That's why you get so many coffee shops, you know, with strange coffees with coconut oil in and various things. Yeah,
no, I don't want to know.
I mean, I love it. There's one just up the road from you. I will show you it.
I just have black coffee.
Yeah, but it's true, isn't it, that the industry as a whole and people's experience of life, it still needs investment, doesn't it? And I know as a panel you talked a lot about getting young people into these industries and knowing that it could be a good career move for them, but putting stuff on the curriculum or training courses, it is all investment at the end of the day, isn't it? So who's going to provide that? And are the people that are going to provide it, do they understand its importance, do you think, at the moment?
I think there's definitely challenges about, was talked on the panel about perceptions of the industry, and I talked about how on the continent it's more sort of professionalised and more understood and more respected. And Fred was talking about the fact that obviously our history, hospitality has been seen as the butler and the maid and where it's come from. And how do we change those perceptions in the industry, making it a career that you do as not a job between jobs? I think that's really important. And I think the students who were hopefully inspired today, realizing that if you do it well, and that was the point, if you're doing hospitality well, you can make a career. And back to your high street point, it's definitely about revitalizing the high street, reinventing, coming up with that experience, not expecting the same thing. To do the same thing, you get the same outcomes. And I think that's the same for hospitality, same for tourism, that there needs to be a sort of reinvention and diversification rather than just expecting, oh, well, it doesn't seem to be working anymore. So I think that innovation is part of this industry. And we're seeing that with the new brands that are coming. We're seeing it through Joe's industry in terms of people are thinking about responsible tourism and thinking of doing things differently. And I think that's where the market might go, as opposed to, this is how we've always done it.
Yeah. Can you expand on that, Zoe? Because something you said really hit home. Well, as Andrew just mentioned, the job between jobs thing. Yeah. So a very, very quick tale. When I went to university, I worked at Edgbaston Cricket Ground. I served champagne for a summer to the sort of high spending cricket types that came. But it was always a temporary. I did it sort of like for 2 weeks and that was it.
Yeah.
And I think now I thought, what a great career that would have been at cricket grounds my entire life. That could have been absolutely brilliant. But it was never a question that would be a career that I went into. And how do we change things, as Andrew's talking about, so that it feels more like what the nation's favourite maitre d' said about what it's like on the continent?
I think for me, hospitality has been a really fulfilling career. It's a flexible career. It's so many transferable skills, and it's getting the message out there that, you know, I've been in the industry 30 years, 27 years with Marriott, and in those 27 years, I've been the head housekeeper, I've been the restaurant and the bar manager, conference and banqueting manager. I've worked across 10 different Marriott hotels. I've had 12 different job titles. I've had 4 children. I've had maternity leaves weaved in there. You know, I've left one role to go and have a baby and come back in a completely different role because it fitted in with my life. There's so much to hospitality, not just in hotels, in hospitality itself, and the buzz that you feel when you work in hospitality. I don't think you get that in every industry. I mean, I know that when I speak to my friends and I'll say, I can't wait to go to work tomorrow, and they're more like, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. And I'm like, I can't wait to get to work tomorrow. I'm 30 years in and I still feel that excitement, the buzz, the events that we have, you know, going out with clients and taking them to see these hotels. And, you know, Marriott is a massive company, 9,500 hotels worldwide. The travel, you know, there's so many things. It opens so many doors, and you don't just have to stay in one hotel like I have done. You know, I've had my family, so that suited me. But a lot of my colleagues have moved Australia, with people in Canada, people could move to France, working for the same company, but, you know, expanding their horizons. And that's what hospitality is all about.
I think we should bottle that love for working after 30 years and we can, that's a new industry.
Yeah, and still feeling excited about work. And I think that is testament to the industry as well. And the buzz that you get, and it's almost addictive. And I know that my colleagues are the same. I've worked... When I got my 25 years anniversary in the Leeds Marriott, I was the 8th person in that hotel to work 25 years for Marriott. Wow. So you've kind of grown up together, and when you work, you know, in these types of jobs, you do become like a family. You grow up together through the ranks, and, you know, I've seen a lot of people being promoted and moving on to the most amazing jobs. The president of Marriott started as a night auditor, and he's now the president of Marriott for the UK. I mean, how amazing is that? Yeah,
amazing stuff. And Joe, I'm going to ask you a really obvious question, because you like clearly new experiences and new places, and here you are at the Leeds International Festival of Ideas. What was it that made you want to be part of this festival?
Well, I think it's always great to bring different voices and different issues together. Rather than staying specifically in lane and kind of seeing the same faces and talking about the same things. So there was something really exciting about broadening the subject out. And I really love, this is the first time I've been to Leeds. I know, shock, horror.
Traveller first time.
I know, many times I've been trying to get here, it's just not worked out. To come here actually for the first time, take it all in, and then be in a space like this and just see what a great cultural hub this is for the community, and seeing the young people and how inclusive it is and creative it is. It's just a really nice place to be part of. I'm just saying earlier, I'll be back again, whether you like it or not, because I'll be bringing my family. I think it's a great event.
Have you had a look around yet?
A bit of a look, but I need to, there's lots to see, so I think I'll be back to do more.
So 3 months is what you need.
Yes.
So I know quite a good hotel that will probably do you a deal.
Next Ritz.
Oh, there we go. Maybe next weekend then.
Joe, Zoe and Andrew, thank you so much for joining us on LIFITV, and thank you for watching. There is loads more on the website. Just search for Leeds International Festival of Ideas.